Hello friends, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, we're building a family home today. It's a rustic one. It's green. I don't know, you'll see in a second, I suppose. But before we get into the speed build, I do want to say a massive thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can download Disney Emoji Blitz by clicking on the link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment. However, as per usual, I am currently running a giveaway. So if you want to learn how you can join the giveaway and possibly win a Sims 4 pack of your choice, just stick around for a little bit and listen. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game on the market because each emoji that you choose to play as has its own unique power, so that means the game is both strategic, fun, challenging, and since it's all Disney themed, it is so cute. My favorite emoji right now, I know it changes a little bit quite often to be honest, but my favorite emoji right now is Gingerbread Mickey. I highly recommend you check him out if you have him. He's really good. And if you like me are big on collecting in games, you will love Disney Emoji Blitz because there are new emojis added to the game every week from both Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars movies. Plus you can collect emojis from different categories such as silver, gold, rainbow exclusive, as well as villain and story emojis. And all the emojis that you collect in the game are actually gathered on a special keyboard so you can use them to send them to your friends and family. And as for the giveaway, I'm giving away 2 packs for The Sims 4, so there'll be 2 winners, 1 pack for each winner. It'll be of their choice, so you can choose whatever pack you want. And all you gotta do to join the giveaway is download Disney Emoji Blitz using my link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment. Then hit level 20 in the game, take a screenshot, and then send it to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram. And if you don't follow me on my socials already, they are linked through the link tree in the description box. And don't worry if you're already level 20 or above, you can still join the giveaway. All you gotta do then is take a before and after screenshot of yourself gaining 5 levels. So for example, if you're level 20, you take a screenshot and then get to level 25, take another screenshot, and then send me both of the screenshots. The giveaway is worldwide. It includes PC and console players, so all of you can join if you want to. And I mean, a free pack for The Sims 4 sounds pretty awesome to me, so I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you again so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. But now let's get on with today's speed build. So today we are building a suburban house in Willow Creek. It's built on a 30 by 20. I just really felt like, okay, so first of all, this is a house that I have had saved on Pinterest for the longest time. I just thought it was so cute. It's like small, but in the actual picture it looked very like almost like a beach, like it had a beach vibe to it. However, I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to build it in Willow Creek. There's no beach in Willow Creek, so I kind of had to change it up a little bit. So instead, what I did was that I turned it into a more rustic looking house. But regardless of the original house's vibe, I still thought it was so cute. I've had it saved, like I said, for ages on my Pinterest, so I thought it was about time. Also because I haven't done a suburban house for the longest time. So here we are. This is not a Scandi-inspired house. It doesn't look like an eco house. It's just a good old suburban house, although slightly cottagey, but still. And I would say the interior is definitely not cottagey. I don't really know what kind of style I was trying to go for, to be honest. I think I was just thinking about vibes. So it's a mix of different things, and it's kind of on the darker side as well. I also added this little sunroom to the right of the build myself that wasn't on the original house. I just felt like it would fit also for them to have, I don't know, just for them to have like this little outdoorsy kind of space. I turned it into a dining room, by the way, but I guess that shouldn't really be a surprise because I often do that with my sunrooms. It's either that or I turn them into an extra living room where they have a lot of plants. So for this one, when it came to doing the floor plan, which I did not include in the video, by the way, I don't really know why I didn't do that. I think I just, after recording on stream so much, this was recorded off stream, by the way, but after recording so much on stream, I don't record my floor plans while streaming, so after recording so much on stream lately, I just kind of forgot for some reason. So here we are, but it's a pretty straightforward kind of floor plan. You walk into a hallway and then you enter the kitchen after that. So it just felt like, it felt natural to put the dining room where, you know, the sunroom is, because it's like an extension of the kitchen, sort of. You'll see that in a little bit once we get to the interior. As for the exterior, I went with this lovely green that I'm still waiting for us to get without those annoying columns. I don't know why we still don't have it, but I'm gonna hound the Sims team for us to get this like specific color as just wallpaper wood siding without the columns, because I really don't like those columns. I like adding my own columns if I want them. I'll just go and add like actual columns to the corners of the builds. So that was a little bit annoying, but or it's still annoying, but it's a lovely color. I wanted to go for that one. I prefer this much over like blue, for example, or red. I don't know what it is about like blue and red houses. I just don't like them. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you live in a blue or a red house, please don't take it personally. But I'm just not good with that. So anyway, I lived in a yellow house. I will say that color, like my childhood home's color, yellow, was also not. No, I'm sorry, Dad. If you're watching this video, please just, yeah. Anyway, we're all good. We're all good. Yellow houses are still cute sometimes. It's just like, I don't know. I think for me, using the yellow wallpaper or the yellow swatch of this wallpaper in The Sims, it has to be for a very small house, because yellow gets very overpowering very quickly, at least in that color. If it's a little bit more of like a muted yellow, we can deal with it, but that color, the one that the wallpaper is in, is like a screaming, very vibrant kind of yellow. So I feel like this green here is probably my favorite color out of all the colors of this wallpaper. That's where I was going with that. It went into a whole rant. It's all good anyway. Windows are from Seasons. I was having some issues trying to figure out what kind of front door to use, because I feel like we don't really have a lot of choices. Like I don't know. I feel like there's a couple of like basic front doors that we still don't have. Like a one tile door that's like this, but works for tall walls, because this one is a 2 tile for tall walls. It's from the Brightchester pack, which is Discover University. And we also are lacking a 2 tile glass door that goes like, that's the same kind of height as the base game one. I just wanted without that, like without the window at the top. I wanted just like tall walled or tall doors, if that makes sense. There's a couple that were missing. So I had to go for this one, which was from, I almost called it Brightchester pack again, Discover University. I don't know, it's fine. So it looks a little funky from the outside though. It's definitely not a front door situation that I have done before. I don't think, this little bump out on the build. The original house had the same like little bump out, if you will, but I think the door was placed on the side instead of at the front. And I just didn't have the right window to make that look good, so I just kind of had to place it at the front, unfortunately. But anyway, we have started with the interior, and for this house, you can probably already sense the color scheme. It's very neutrals. I feel like there's a little bit of color here and there, but I might just be imagining that. I don't really know. We'll see in a little bit. But this is kind of what we're going for. Very rustic, but like a mix of different things. There's like a touch of industrial stuff here and there as well, and I don't know, I kind of like it, but it's hard to fully explain, put into words what this kind of style is, because I was really just going for a vibe, if you get what I mean. I'm not one of those builders who, not that there's anything wrong with being this kind of builder, but I'm not one of those builders who just insists on everything being completely style clean or everything being super matchy-matchy. I just like going for vibes instead. I don't know, I feel like for me, that's more fun, trying to make these different styles work together somehow through matching wood tones here and there, but not necessarily matching all the wood tones, because I don't like that either. It's a bit of a challenge. I think that's what it is. I think that's why I like it, because it's a bit of a challenge, just trying to make these things work. But I also had this thought while I was decorating this house that this might possibly look like a mess to some people, but for me, through my eyes, it works, and that's kind of fun, I think. I don't know, I just suddenly had this thought. I think I was decorating possibly the living room, actually, when I started thinking about it, because there's something a little bit messy about it, but still, to me personally, it works. But I could totally see why it wouldn't work to some people. So there's just like a fun mix in there. It kind of also, like, you can see it a little bit here in the kitchen, but it's definitely a lot more visible in the living room. I also think it's because kitchen counters are generally like, I don't know, they're not like style-wise, they are easy to decorate as something that they're, unless they're like super decorated, such as, for example, the vampires kitchen counters are, they're very visibly like one style. These ones that I'm using, the ones from Jungle Adventure, are a little bit more basic, if you will, but I like the texture on them for rustic interiors, so that's why I go with them. But you can easily like dress them up as something else, something that they're not necessarily supposed to be, if that makes sense. Whereas in the living room, you suddenly have couches that are very visibly one style, or just, I don't know, completely bland. Like there's a specific base game couch that is just like very, very bland. I decided to go for the industrial ones, but it took me ages to actually figure out a way that I felt like they worked with the interior, but for some reason I couldn't imagine other couches or chairs working here, so I didn't really have a choice. I had to go for them. I did decide to swap out the eco lifestyle fireplace because I just felt like it turned a little bit too industrial in here. And I've had this thought before, but I really desperately wish that we got a bookcase with Jungle Adventure, because for some reason that one, it's like none of the bookcases that we have, I feel, actually fits with the Jungle Adventure interior. I don't know what it is. I just can't make any of them work with the Jungle Adventure stuff. So it's like there's nothing in that vibe. I don't know what I would want it to look like, but I've had this thought before that why isn't there a Jungle Adventure bookcase? And I realize it's probably because it's like a vacation home, like they're all rentals, like why would you have a bookcase there? You know, it's more like a home thing instead of a vacation home thing, because, you know, you don't take your books with you back and forth. But still, I feel like for homes that we're just kind of missing a bookcase in that sort of style. So I've had this thought so many times, and it dawned on me while I was decorating this room, because none of the bookcases that I was trying to fit in actually fit. I had to go for a Seasons one, which is super clean cut and everything, and style-wise, it wasn't what I wanted to use, but it's fine. If it's in, it's okay, it's fine. Just got a little bit frustrated about it for a second, so I thought I would share. Oh, another thing is, I could not make the upstairs work the way that I wanted to make sure that there was also a bathroom up there. So there is a powder room. They only have a toilet and a sink in there. However, there is a 6-tile bathroom here on the ground floor. I don't think I decorated on cam. I think I cut off before I decorated that one, but just keep that in mind. So they have a powder room up there, so I suppose you could get out of bed in the middle of the night if you have to sleep, but you can't go take a shower. I'm just saying, you're gonna have to go downstairs and take a shower. But it wasn't working with the floor plan and everything, and I wanted to make sure they had a mirror above the sink as well. There was a window in the way, and I also didn't want them to have like an open shower situation right when you step in through the door. Not for this house. It's okay for tiny houses, just not for this house. So it didn't feel right. So, you know, that's the thing. I forgot to say that at the start of the video, but that's the thing. Now you know. Also, I think I forgot to say who this house is for, but it's for 2 parents, or just one, and also a kid. I'm pretty sure I turned them into a kid. Yes. So they all have their bedrooms as if there's a lot of bedrooms. It's 2 bedrooms, and they're both on the 2nd floor along with the powder room. The 2nd floor plan is a little bit funky, but that is also because they are built underneath a roof that I had to split up into different pieces. Oh, I used Batu here, by the way. So I have been crushing a little bit on this wallpaper that you see here on the left side. It's from Batu. I know. What am I doing? It's fine. Anyway, it's just desperation is what it is, basically. Yes, let's face it. So I thought, since I've been using that wallpaper anyway, I might as well just make like a little collection cabinet here. So I decided to go for a lot of the little model ships, and I'm actually really frustrated that we don't have a BB-8 model because none of them are yellow. BB-8 is white with yellow like stripe, yellow details on him. Whatever. So that was a little bit frustrating, actually. I only just noticed, or I probably have noticed before, but then just forgotten it again. But we don't have a BB-8 one. Why don't we? I feel like that is a must. I don't know about you guys, but whenever watching Star Wars, the androids are always my favorites. So I'm a huge fan of R2-D2 and BB-8, and he's not in the game, so that's the whole thing. I'm so sorry, I completely lost where I was in the voiceover, but it's because it's my sister's birthday when I'm doing this voiceover, and I've been trying to call her all day. Okay, not all day. After I thought she would get off from work, I've been trying to call her, she wasn't picking up, turns out she was out to eat with her fiance, and now she finally called me back, so I had a little bit of a talk with her, but now I've completely lost where I'm at in the voiceover. So hey, anyway, we're decorating the parents' bedroom right now. It's a very small one, but I figured, oh yeah, there's something about, so when you split up the roof, by the way, you can see it right now because I have lowered the walls, but when you split up the roof, it gets kind of annoying with the camera. It like bumps up and down. It bumps up and down, so that was a little bit of an issue in there. It's still an issue in this bedroom, but it's not as bad as it was while decorating the parents' bedroom. It annoyed me so much. Endlessly annoyed. Anyway, so that's what was going on in there. I apologize for the camera work. I always try to keep it like still, but sometimes when there are either hills on the lot or behind the lot, surrounding the lot, or, you know, the roof is just being a little bit annoying, you just kind of can't really help it. So that was the thing though. But anyway, their bedroom is pretty small. It's a 4x4. They just have the essentials in there, and I decided to make this little, like, I put together some furniture and a shelf basically. So, or some wardrobes and a shelf, I should say, some closets and a shelf. So they have like a wardrobe set up. Anyway, and in here is the kids' bedroom, which is not overly cluttered or decorated today, but they have the essentials too. I know the shape of the room is a little bit funky, but the shape of the upstairs was a little bit funky to start out with, so doing the floor plan was a little bit of a challenge, but I think it turned out all right considering. So, but their bedroom is pretty simple. They don't have a desk in here, which I would have liked, but sometimes there's just not room for a desk. I have made bedrooms, children's bedrooms, that are a lot smaller than that. So I think they are one of my luckier Sims, if you will. I don't like bedrooms that are too big. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. So anyway, I think I've talked about that before as well. Like sleeping in a big bedroom. I've done it once or twice before. Yeah, and it always kind of freaks me out. Like there's way too much space around me. I don't like it. So I don't know what it is, but I just don't like it. So I always make my bedrooms and my builds quite small, or at least I try to. Yeah. As for the backyard, it almost feels like a base game backyard, but I'm okay with that. I did that on purpose. Like I didn't try to do anything fancy with the backyard is what I'm trying to say. Like they just have the essentials. They have a pool, as if a pool is essential. Anyway, I think for Willow Creek, there's something about Willow Creek, especially this area of Willow Creek, that to me just kind of reek money for some reason. It's the area that the goths by default live in, so it just looks a little nicer. It looks like they'd have money to live in this area for some reason, and for that reason, I would say that a pool is a bit of an essential item in the backyard. I'm not saying that you need to have a pool in your backyard, by the way. We for sure never had one in mine, so it's not very common here, as far as I know at least, but I'm sure it is in some areas, but I feel like in most areas it's not. Anyway, but they have a little sand pit area with the monkey jungle bar, which I know it's not called, but I'm gonna keep calling it that. And they also have, I put down a picnic table because I thought it would be cute for them to be able to sit outside and just not necessarily have like full-on dinner together, but be able to sit outside and do some homework if you're the kid, for example, or just have a little bit of like a light lunch or something outside while someone is sitting in the pool, or not sitting in the pool, but like on the floaty in the pool. And they could just be chilling out here. They also have a couple of plant pots and there's a bike, and I think that is pretty much it. So as for the rest of the video, pretty much just doing terrain paint after doing the sand pit. So I'll be wrapping up this voiceover now. If you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below, along with all kinds of info about the build if you're curious. And also, if you want to join the giveaway, scroll back to the start of the video because that's where I explain how you can join. I still wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
It's all fine, but it's like I'm missing the passion in your eyes. Am I right?